Thank you for volunteering your time and talent to offer more girls in our community the complete Girl Scout leadership experience. We know you will have questions along the way, and a team of dedicated staff and experienced volunteers are always here to help, so don't hesitate to contact us. We can be reached by calling 1-888-837-6410 or email us at girlscouts@gswny.org. Regardless of the Girl Scout pathway in which you're participating, Safety First, our Volunteer Basics Module 2, will point you toward a safe and exciting adventure working for the Girl Scouts of Western New York. You will still need to complete 2 other brief trainings, Troop Group Basics and Girl Scout Finances 101, and complete the short quiz to receive credit for completing the Volunteer Basic Training Series. This course, Safety First, gives you essential safety and risk management information you will need to get started. Volunteer Essentials is your encyclopedia of Girl Scouting and a reference guide for all you need to know to make volunteering safe and fun for everyone involved. It is a national handbook for all adults in Girl Scouting, with particular emphasis on those who work directly with girls. Volunteer Essentials is full of information to enhance your development as a guide to girls, has quick tips for working with girls, and advice on creating a safe environment in which to have fun. In this training, we are focusing on Chapter 4, Safety-Wise. Safety is priority number 1. Every adult in Girl Scouting is responsible for the physical and emotional safety of girls, and we demonstrate that by agreeing to follow the 12 standards of Girl Scout safety at all times. Volunteer Essentials Chapter 4, Safety-Wise, has more details on each standard, and we will be reviewing them in the rest of this training. The first standard is to follow the safety activity checkpoints. Instructions for staying safe while participating in activities are detailed in the safety activity checkpoints, available from GSWNY on our Council website. Your job is to read the checkpoints, follow them, and share them with other volunteers, parents, and girls before engaging in activities with the girls. Every safety activity checkpoint has the following things in common. Girl Scouts is girl-led, and this makes for the best, most invested experience, and when girls care about what they're doing, they're going to be safer. Let girls plan the activity. You must arrange for proper adult supervision of girls. Prior to any activity, you must get parent and guardian permission. Don't forget to be prepared for emergencies and compile key contacts. On the day of the activity, get a weather report to help you be prepared. And always use the buddy system. For each specified activity, from archery to horseback riding to swimming to zip lining, the safety activity checkpoints include information on where to do the activity, how to include girls with disabilities, what gear you need, how to prepare for the activity, including a pre-activity checklist and a day of activity checklist, links to additional resources, know-how for girls to help expand their knowledge, and jargon, which helps you and the girls understand terminology specific to the activity. The safety activity checkpoints are found on GSWNY's website in Volunteer Resources. Standard number 2 is arrange for proper adult supervision of girls. Your group must have at least 2 unrelated approved adult volunteers present at all times, plus additional adult volunteers as necessary depending on the size of the group and the ages and abilities of the girls. Adult volunteers must be 18 years of age or older and must be screened by GSWNY before volunteering. 1 lead volunteer in every group must be female. Girl Scouts adult-to-girl ratios show the minimum number of adults needed to supervise a specific number of girls. These supervision ratios were devised to ensure the safety and health of girls. For example, if 1 adult has to respond to an emergency, a 2nd adult is always on hand for the rest of the girls. This chart is found in Volunteer Essentials, the Safety First handout, and can also be found in the online resource Volunteer Toolkit. In addition to the girl-adult ratios, Please remember that adult volunteers who work directly with girls must be an approved volunteer. What is an approved adult? He or she must be at least 18 years or older and have also completed and passed a criminal background check. They must also be registered as an adult member of the Girl Scouts. The process is easy and all done online. Just have your volunteer helpers click the Join button on the GSWNY website. Safety standard number 3 is get parent-guardian permission. When an activity takes place that is outside the normal time and place, advise each parent and guardian of the details of the activity and obtain permission for girls to participate. An example of permission slip is provided here and available for download from the Forms Library on gswny.org. Troop co-leaders maintain these records for their group. Standard number 4 is report abuse. Sexual advances, improper touching, and sexual activity of any kind with girl members are forbidden. Physical, verbal, and emotional abuse of girls is also forbidden. If a leader receives a report of suspected child abuse by an adult, including but not limited to an adult in Girl Scouting, they are instructed to take immediate action to protect the girls in their care and must, without delay, report the fact to the CEO of the council or his or her designated person. The appendix in Volunteer Essentials has further details on Girl Scouts of Western New York's policy on child abuse. While we believe that a person is innocent until proven otherwise, if the suspected adult is within the Girl Scout membership, we do require that the adult involved suspend all Girl Scout activities until the matter is resolved. We cooperate fully with investigating authorities and provide all possible supports to the affected girls and their families. If the suspected abuse is reported by a girl, here's what you can do. Believe what she has told you. Tell her it's not her fault. Tell her you are sorry about what happened. Tell her you would do your best to support her. It is important that you react with sensitivity. In most cases, this is very frightening. Do not give any written or verbal statements or information to news media or others. Refer them to the council's spokesperson, Senior Vice President of Communications. If not available, contact the CEO. Safety standard number 5 is be prepared for emergencies. Work with girls and other adults to establish and practice procedures for emergencies related to weather, fire, lost girls or adults, and site security. Always keep handy a well-stocked first aid kit, girl health histories, and contact information for girls' families. Make sure a general first aid kit is available at your group meeting place and accompanies girls on any activity. Please be aware that you may need to provide this kit if one is not available at your meeting place. You can purchase a Girl Scout first aid kit, you can buy a commercial kit, or you and the girls can assemble a kit yourselves. You can also customize a kit to cover your specific needs, including flares, treatment for frostbite or snake bites, and the like, depending on your activities. In addition to standard materials, all kits should contain your council and emergency telephone numbers. Girl Scout activity insurance forms, parent permission forms, and health histories should be included as well. You maintain girl health histories for your group. Keep in mind that information from a health examination is confidential and may be shared only with people who must know this information, such as the girl herself, her parent or guardian, or a health practitioner. For various reasons, some parents or guardians may object to immunizations or medical examinations. If this is the case, please contact the council office to make provisions for these girls to attend Girl Scout functions in a way that accommodates these concerns. It is important for you to also be aware of any medications a girl may take or allergies she may have. Medication, including over-the-counter products, must never be dispensed without prior written permission from a girl's custodial parent or guardian. Some girls may need to carry and administer their own medications, such as bronchial inhalers, an EpiPen, or diabetes medication. Common food allergies, including dairy products, eggs, soy, wheat, peanuts, tree nuts, and seafood. This means that before serving any food, such as peanut butter and jelly, sandwiches, cookies, or chips, ask whether anyone is allergic to peanuts, dairy products, or wheat. Even Girl Scout daisies and brownies should be aware of their allergies, but double checking with their parent or guardian is always a good idea. Being prepared for emergencies may also require additional adults to assist the troop, especially on field trips. One such adult you are going to have to make sure you have available is a first aider. A first aider is an approved adult volunteer who has taken Girl Scout approved first aid and CPR training that includes specific instructions for childhood CPR. If, through the American Red Cross, National Safety Council, EMP America, or the American Heart Association, you have a chance to be fully trained in first aid and CPR, doing so may make your activity planning go a little more smoothly. Safety activity checkpoints always tell you when a first aider needs to be present. Please be aware. First aid CPR training that is available entirely online does not satisfy Girl Scouts requirements. Such courses do not offer enough opportunities to practice and receive feedback on your technique. If you are taking a course not offered by one of the organizations listed in Volunteer Essentials, or any course that has online components, get approval from GSWNY. Some of the most fun things about Girl Scouts are the adventures you and your girls will have. Standard number 6 is all about helping you travel safely. All events that occur outside the normal meeting time and place require GSWNY travel right requirements. There are 6 standard travel right requirements. You must have a signed parent permission slip. You must also have appropriate girl to adult ratio as indicated in Volunteer Essentials. Any adult fulfilling the ratio must be an approved registered volunteer. Among these adults, be sure one has completed the Volunteer Basic Training Series and one qualifies as a troop first aider. If you are arranging transportation, troop drivers are approved registered volunteers. Health forms, permission slips, and a first aid kit must be brought along on the trip. Leaders must review the safety activity checkpoints for additional requirements, and you'll need to notify your service unit manager. When transporting girls to planned Girl Scout field trips and other activities that are outside the normal time and place, every driver must be an approved adult volunteer and have a good driving record, a valid driver's license, and a registered insured vehicle. Insist that everyone is in a legal seat and wears her seatbelt at all times, and be sure to adhere to New York state laws regarding booster seats and requirements for children in rear seats. How parents decide to transport girls between their homes and Girl Scout meeting places is each individual parent's decision and responsibility. For planned Girl Scout field trips and other activities outside the normal time and place in which a group will be transported in private vehicles, every driver must be an approved adult volunteer and have a good driving record, a valid license, and a registered insured vehicle. Girls never drive other girls. Troop drivers must be approved registered adults 21 years of age or older. This chart, which is found in Volunteer Essentials and on gswny.org, is a reference table for you to be aware of as your troop gets more adventurous and plans bigger or more extended trips. It has the travel right requirements for our next Girl Scout Safety Guideline, Ensure Safe Overnight Outings. Overnight adventures are an exciting part of being a Girl Scout, and it's easy to ensure that everyone not only has fun, but is safe as well, with standard number 7. Prepare girls to be away from home by involving them in planning so they know what to expect. Avoid having men sleep in the same space as girls and women. During family or parent-daughter overnight, one family unit may sleep in the same sleeping quarters, program areas. When parents are staffing events, daughters should remain in quarters with other girls rather than in staff areas. Being a volunteer with Girl Scouts means you are a role model for the girls in your care. As a volunteer, you agree to standard number 8, which is role model the right behavior. Role model guidelines are: never use illegal drugs, do not consume alcohol, smoke, including electronic cigarettes, in the presence of girls, or use foul language in the presence of girls. Do not carry ammunition or firearms in the presence of girls. Adults are responsible for making Girl Scouting a place where girls are as safe emotionally as they are physically. A safe space is one in which girls feel as though they can be themselves without explanation, judgment, or ridicule. Girl Scout research shows that girls are looking for an emotionally safe environment where confidentiality is respected and they can express themselves without fear. The environment you create is as important, maybe more, than the activities the girls do. It's the key to developing the sort of group that girls want to be a part of. Volunteer Essentials Chapter 3, Engaging Girls at All Grade Levels, has details and suggestions for making this possible. Girl Scouting is for the enjoyment and benefit of the girls, so meetings are built around girls' ideas. When you put the girls first, you're developing a team relationship, making space for the development of leadership skills, and allowing girls to benefit from the guidance, mentoring, and coaching of caring adults. This is the girl-adult partnership. Girls look up to their volunteers. They need to know that you consider each of them an important person. They can survive when an activity flops, but they cannot endure being ignored or rejected. Recognize acts of trying as well as instances of clear success. Help girls find ways to show acceptance and support one another. Girls are sensitive to injustice. They forgive mistakes if they are sure you are trying to be fair. When possible, consult girls as to what they think is fair before decisions are made. Try to see that the responsibilities, as well as the chances for feeling important, are equally divided. Help girls explore and decide for themselves the fair way of solving problems, carrying out activities, and responding to behavior and accomplishments. Girls need your belief in them and your support when they try new things. They must be sure that you will not betray confidence. Show girls you trust them to think for themselves and use their own judgment. Help girls give and show trust toward one another. Help them to see how trust can be built, lost, regained, and strengthened. Conflicts and disagreements are an inevitable part of life, and when handled constructively, can actually enhance communication and relationships. At the very least, Girl Scouts are expected to practice self-control and diplomacy so that conflicts do not erupt into regrettable incidents. Shouting, verbal abuse, or physical confrontations are never warranted and cannot be tolerated in the Girl Scout environment. When a conflict arises between girls, or a girl and a volunteer, get those involved to sit down together and talk calmly in a non-judgmental manner. Although talking in this way can be uncomfortable and difficult, it does lay the groundwork for working well together in the future. Whatever you do, do not spread your complaint around to others. That won't help the situation and only causes embarrassment and anger. Girls want someone who will listen to what they think, feel, and want to do. They like having someone they can talk to about important things, including things that might not seem important to adults. Listen to the girls. Respond with words and actions. Speak your mind openly when you're happy or concerned about something, and encourage girls to do this too. Help girls see how open communication can result in action, discovery, better understanding of others and self, and a more comfortable climate for fun and accomplishment. Part of feeling safe as a girl is knowing that you will not be treated differently than anyone else. In your role as leader, your job is to create an atmosphere of acceptance and inclusion. Girl Scouts embraces girls of all abilities, backgrounds, and heritage, with a specific and positive philosophy of inclusion that benefits everyone. Each girl, without regard to socioeconomic status, race, physical or cognitive ability, ethnicity, primary language, or religion, is an equal and valued member of the group, and groups reflect the diversity of the community. Make sure you welcome every girl and focus on building community. Emphasize cooperation instead of competition. Provide a safe, socially comfortable environment for girls. Teach respect for, understanding of, and dignity toward all girls and their families. Actively reach out to girls and families who are traditionally excluded or marginalized. Foster a sense of belonging to community as a respected and valued peer. Honor the intrinsic value of each person's life. Girl Scouts moves at the speed of girls, and we live in an online, interconnected society. As such, Girl Scout Safety Standard Number 11 is promote online safety. Girls must understand that the internet is an open means of communication that anyone can access. As such, websites will often attract people other than their intended users. It is therefore imperative that any information that could jeopardize the safety and security of girls and adults not be disclosed on a website. Following measures will help ensure girls' online safety. Instruct girls never to put their full names or contact information online or engage in virtual conversation with strangers. Girls should never arrange in-person meetings with online contacts other than to deliver cookies and only with the approval and accompaniment of a parent or designated adult. On group websites, publish girls' first names only and never divulge their contact information. Teach girls the online safety pledge and have them commit to it. If you want additional information, it is available in Volunteer Essentials, Chapter 4, Safety-Wise. Girl Scout-sponsored product sales, which include magazines and munchies, as well as cookies, give girls proven opportunity to earn money and or credit for their Girl Scout program activities. These sales also contribute significantly to the girls' local councils and communities through Take Action projects. During money-earning activities, you will need to ensure the emotional and physical safety and well-being of girls, which is standard number 12. Product sales program safety includes the following steps. Communicate with parents. Ensure that the parents and guardians of all girls participating in product sales are fully informed about the activity. Communicate with your local police department to determine any support they may be able to provide during product sales, especially those related to cookie booths, and any safety precautions they might suggest. Regardless of the type of activity, you need to be prepared for emergencies involving girls and other adults. This should include having a first aid kit always available and making sure that if someone is injured and needs help, that one adult cares for the injured person while another adult seeks help. Adults provide supervision and guidance for all grade levels and must accompany Girl Scout daisies, brownies, and juniors when they are selling, taking orders for, or delivering products. Adults must be present at booth activities regardless of the age of the girls. Girls should always have a plan for safeguarding money, which includes such things as not walking around with large amounts of cash, keeping the cash box against a wall or behind a barrier of cookie boxes, not keeping money at home or school, and giving money to supervising adults who would deposit the money as soon as possible. Always use the buddy system. Each girl is responsible for staying with her buddy at all times, warning her buddy of danger, giving her buddy immediate assistance if it's safe to do so, and seeking help when the situation warrants it. Be streetwise and follow your instincts. In order to ensure the safety of girls while selling door to door, you and the girl should become familiar with the areas and neighborhoods in which girls are likely to sell. Participate in door-to-door sales only during daylight hours. Wear a membership pin, uniform, or other Girl Scout clothing to clearly identify themselves as Girl Scouts. Avoid a house or person that makes them uncomfortable. They should walk away and tell the next person that does not make them uncomfortable. Call 911 if they see someone that seems to be acting in a way that makes them feel unsafe. Use safe pedestrian practices. Cross corners and obeying walk signs. Never enter the home or vehicle of a stranger. And again, don't carry large amounts of money. By keeping these 12 standards in mind, Girl Scouts will be a fun and safe experience for everyone, adults, but most especially our girls. Whenever you need clarification or a reminder about the guidelines or the safety activity checkpoints, remember they are all available on gswny.org in the volunteer resources. Thank you for completing Safety First, Volunteer Basics Training Module 2. This module has covered information that will help you create a safe environment while having an exciting adventure working with the Girl Scouts of Western New York. You will still need to complete 2 other brief trainings, Troop Group Basics and Girl Scout Finance 101, and complete the Knowledge Check to receive credit for completing the Volunteer Basic Training Series. We're here to help, so please contact us at 1-888-837-6410 or girlscouts@gswny.org.